The biggest mistake I made when it came to creating a life and a business that I truly, actually, really, really love was that I thought clarity would come to me. That there was this light bulb moment where, like this path just lights up and I know exactly where this will all lead. It's like making everything obvious, more overwhelmed, like this perfect moment of knowing. But I'm going to tell you now, and I'm holding your hands when I do this. It doesn't work like that. And if you're stepping into a new chapter right now, a new business opportunity, a job raise, a home that you switch, relationships that you recreate, an entirely new life, you might be falling into the same trap, waiting for certainty when instead it's about creating clarity. So today I'm super honored to show you how getting clarity about your life and your business truly works, and how to stop blocking it so you can move ahead into more peace, more alignment, and way less stress. Okay, so let's do this. So let's start with 3 mistakes that block your clarity. So first and foremost, very often people look for clarity in their head instead of, I'd say, in the body or in the heart. We are so trained to control things, to live in our head, to spin, analyze, question. But the problem is your mind doesn't always know because it wants to keep you safe. It also gives you information that is covering up your truth. Your body knows, your heart knows. So try this very simple hack, totally life-changing, that when you want to recreate something, or when you want more clarity, you want to move ahead, instead of focusing on your head, move into your body by simply asking, how does this feel? Is this expanding or does it feel contracting? Like, am I breathing in or am I squeezing? You can train this, and your body is such an intelligent resource when it comes to new decisions. You just have to listen. If you're doing this, let me know in the comments below how it goes. The second one is confusing clarity with certainty. A big one. And very sneaky. So often people, me back in the days, and oftentimes I catch myself again and again, is that we're thinking I'm not clear yet, when it actually means I'm not in control. I'm not in control of seeing the outcome, seeing where this path leads. So what we do then is panic and create plans, and these plans don't work. We fail. We think this is our destiny to fail and fail and fail, and then we leave it all together. No, don't do that. The truth is, you don't need to see every step of the way. You can prototype yourself forward. What you need to be focusing on is the next right step to go. Only that. Clarity isn't at all a 5-year plan. If you know the quote by Mike Tyson, you have a plan until you get punched in the face. Happened to me a lot of times. It's about moving in alignment with what feels aligned right now. And the next step. That's number 2. Let me know in the comments how this feels. Number 3, also a massive one. The third mistake is that you outsource your clarity to others, to other people. We crowdsource our decisions. We look for mentors and influencers and friends, even strangers, asking them to tell us what our destiny is and what to do. But we can't outsource any of it. You have to ask yourself, and also feeling the uncomfortable bits of not knowing all of it at once. Clarity is a process, but starting to listen and starting to reconnect and shutting out the noise so that you can actually hear. Because clarity doesn't come from, consensus or fitting in. It comes from being absolutely self-aligned and trusting yourself. So now moving on from the 3 biggest mistakes. And here's something that hardly anybody talks about, but we need to, because it's something very, very beautiful and very, very profound. We often believe that clarity is a mindset thing, when it's actually a nervous system thing. When you're stuck in indecision, trying to figure things out, like trying hard and harder, then your brain can't relax. Your amygdala, that is responsible for fight or flight is on alarm. And that's also, adding to anxiety, frustration, helplessness, even procrastination and complete overwhelm. But the second you create like a small pocket of clarity, one aligned decision, the next aligned decisions, like a training, and your nervous system gets the signal, you're safe, you're safer. It can relax and step out of this overthinking into the knowing that there is clarity building. And from that, you just shift your focus and everything shifts, everything changes. You have to invest in clarity first in order to navigate and lead through change and uncertain time and into a new chapter. And for the last part, I want to share with you, in order to get clarity and get into that clarity space, is most people are very clear on what they don't want. The job, the working environment, the routines, the relationships, whatever it is. And that's great. That's a great start, right? But we get very, very stuck when we only focus on that and not invest time and energy into what we do want. Where do you want to go? What kind of life do you want to create? What kind of business owner do you want to be? What kind of entrepreneur, what kind of new leader are you willing to become? So when you do that shift and investigate, that's where you get unstuck, because you're simply shifting energy. Staying stuck or moving ahead. Very simple. And you need that energy simply because you want to leave the old and not loop around the old and want to step into the new. And you need this kind of pull energy, because otherwise pain will push you, and that is exhausting. So either being pulled by, vision, purpose, values, or pushed by pain. It's really up to us. So here's something that you can get started with, some questions to reflect. It's really inner work, and the more you ask yourself, the clearer you get. Ask yourself who you are without the titles, without the programmings, like everything that you have incorporated up till this moment. The shoulds, right? Who am I without the labels? Who am I without outside validations? Who am I without the hassle? Who am I without any kind of outside mask that I've put on in order to fit in, survive, and get to this point where I'm now? Because clearly now I am changing. And when you get clear on your purpose, on your visions, where you want to go, who you want to become, on your values are particularly important if you want to create new decisions, because new decisions create a new life every single time. Then you're starting bit by bit to, with this new decision making, create a life that is not based off of fear, fitting in, overwhelm, and whatnot, like gripping onto something, but you are truly designing a life, a business of love, of meaning, of impact. And that's where you don't just build a life and a career. That's when you start to build a legacy. So if you've been waiting for clarity to just pop in and enlighten you, show up in some perfect moment, consider this reframe. Clarity is not a lightning bolt. It is a daily practice. It is a process, and it's truly about building a relationship with your inner truth. Every time you pause, every time you choose to listen inside instead of outside, every time you choose what's aligned instead of what's expected, you're getting clearer, you're building more trust, and you're eventually leading with your truth and purpose. That's how clarity is literally built. And that's how the new chapter begins, with a completely new energy and base, not out of noise, but out of deep trusted knowing. Okay, if this landed, let me know in the comments or DM me. Remember, you're not behind, you are becoming. And that's the most powerful place to lead from. Allow yourself to make life easier by creating clarity that pulls you through the unknown and the change, because struggle should be over. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time at Changelicious.
That's a wrap on another Changelicious episode where transformation never tasted so good. If your soul's feeling fed, don't forget to follow, leave a love note, aka a review, and share the goodness with somebody really ready to flip the script. For more juicy insights and sweet inspiration, follow me, Hedi, and let's keep stirring up change that sticks. Until next time, stay real, stay bold, and keep it Changelicious.